Hi there, this is Butch Gaboa for Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features electronic magazine. And here are some of this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall continue our look into the operations of P2P buses. Our road safety tip on our Young Street Smarts portion shall be about driving on streets with double white line markings. This week's Payong Chuper is about abiding traffic laws on loading and unloading zones. Our car care tip on Auto Care Clinic is the proper cleaning and maintenance of the windshield washer and wiper. The public service segment will center on an unfixed manhole. Showcase this week shall have the Peugeot 208 GTI on the spotlight. And for race weekend, we'll have the first leg of the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series. Motoring Today starts off with the latest news in transportation and traffic management right after this break.
As a coach, you don't define yourself in terms of championships you've won. What happens beyond the trophies? You have to move forward, grow, and get better. Life is all about taking shots, and I want these kids to at least have the courage to take that shot so they can grow, learn, be compassionate, and have the heart of a champion.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Here are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. A large number of motorists ply on the country's major expressways on a daily basis. And to ensure their safety, security, and better monitoring, the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation, or MPTC, has installed several safety equipment around the expressways. The MPTC said that they have improved the facilities in the major expressways with regard to safety measures. In SCTEX, according to the agency, they have put up better expressway lights to ensure that the motorists will have better visibility while plying on the expressway, especially during nighttime. Aside from this, the MPTC has also installed more monitoring systems around the SCTEX to further ensure the security in the expressway.
At the same time, we blanketed the entire SCTEX with the CCTV. And we installed a new toll toll operations, a new tollway operations center in Mabalacat, so that we can monitor everything that's going on in SETEX.
On the other hand, for NLEX, the MPTC stressed that the said expressway already have this safety equipment in the past, and they focus on bringing the same modern features in the SETEX to further improve the operations. Meanwhile, since a large number of motorists use the major roads and expressways in the country, therefore a huge volume of motorists also pass by the tollways. Here are some updates from the Toll Regulatory Board, or TRB, regarding the developments of the tollways. According to the TRB, their programs for this year include the implementation of the Toll Interoperability System, which will unify toll collection in order to facilitate seamless travel and enhance connectivity.
This is about yung electronic toll collection system natin na gusto natin mangyari. Kung halimbawa ikaw motorista, pagdaan mo sa isang toll plaza or dalawang toll plaza na magkaiba ang concessionaires, mabilis, no? Hindi yung kagaya na nangyayari ngayon, nagtatagal sa toll plaza ang transaksyon.
The TRB added that they are now in the process of connecting the toll systems and that the top toll operators in the country are coordinating with each other while the implementation of the system is underway.
We're on the first phase, yung kay San Miguel Infrastructure, mababasa ni Metro Pacific. Then, come April, yun naman kay Metro Pacific, mababasa ni San Miguel Infrastructure. Pabilis na yan. By July, we expect na interoperable na yan.
Additionally, the agency highlighted that they are also currently working on the construction of some major parts of Stage 3, which will connect XLEX to NLEX.
Dalawa yan, yung Skyway ni San Miguel Infrastructure at yun namang connector road ni Metro Pacific.
Moreover, the TRB said that there are more projects in the pipeline that are seen to improve the connectivity of the major roads in the country. Continuing, the Philippine National Railway, or PNR, currently has a number of projects in the pipeline which are seen to improve the system as well as the commuting experience of passengers. PNR reported that they currently have 200-kilometer elevated railway that would start from Los Baños through Makati to Tutuban, then Tutuban to Malolos, Malolos to Clark, and then Clark to Capas, Tarlac. According to the PNR, they are starting the first part, which covers Tutuban to Malolos. Moreover, the agency said that there is also rehabilitation ongoing.
Now, there is also a rehabilitation of like around 490 kilometers roughly from Paco all the way to Legazpi, and then we extend it from Legazpi to Matnog. That is through a loan package with China. That's in the works now, although mas nauna yung mga Japanese projects.
Regarding the right-of-way issues, the PNR stated that they are having more right-of-way issues than of acquisition issues due to the area being occupied by informal settlers. The PNR added that they are also wrapping up the clearing operations in the area by relocating the residents.
We had a MOA with key shelter agencies, and with those agencies, we are moving forward with yung tagging na, working on saan sila i-relocate and everything. Because of the LINA law, it's our responsibility din naman to relocate them.
However, as instructed by the DOTR, the PNR stated that they are handing over the relocation process completely to the key shelter agencies so they could focus more on the transport projects. And finally, 3 traffic-related proposals of the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, gained the approval of the members of the Metro Manila Council, or MMC, during the recent 12th regular meeting. The MMC, composed of the Metro Manila mayors, met with the MMDA to approve the establishment of non-exclusive motorcycle lanes along Marcos Highway from Katipunan Avenue to Sumulong Highway and vice versa. Ross Boulevard from Ninoy Aquino Airport and Manila International Airport Road to Anda Circle and vice versa, and Elliptical Road to Quiapo. According to the MMDA, it is necessary to likewise establish non-exclusive motorcycle lanes, especially that there is a large volume of motorcycle traffic along Marcos Highway, Ross Boulevard, and Elliptical Road to Quiapo. Moreover, the Metro Manila mayors approved the resolution amending the Uniform Light Truck Ban policy that bans cargo trucks with a gross capacity weight of 4,500 kilograms and below on EDSA and Shaw Boulevard at certain hours of the day. With the approval, light trucks would be banned from traversing the two major roads from 5 a.m. until 9 p.m. in order to further alleviate traffic congestion along EDSA from Magallanes until North Avenue in Quezon City and Shaw Boulevard within the jurisdiction of Mandaluyong and Pasig cities. The policy is enforced from Monday to Saturday except Sundays and holidays. That's the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Last week on Motoring Forum, we started a series looking into the operations of this newly adopted mode of transport known as P2P or point-to-point bus commuting. Initially, we started by taking reactions of regular users of P2P buses and how it works for them. The reactions were mainly positive. However, some say that it would be perfect if there were more P2P buses and that departure schedules would be strictly observed. As we continue with this series, let's now get the point of view of one of the operators of this new mode of public transport. On Motoring Today's Motoring Forum this week, we have Mr. Chris Bauer, CEO of Frolic Tours. Hello, Mr. Bauer, and welcome to Motoring Today.
Hello, Butch, and to all the viewers of Motoring Today.
To begin with, can you tell us why you thought of starting a point-to-point or P2P bus service?
In generally, when the opportunity came up 2.5 years ago to start an operation for a P2P commuter service, which is similar to mega cities like Hong Kong, Singapore, or to German big cities, we thought it's a good idea to venture into a new kind of service which is more enhanced, more comfortable, and gives us also as a bus company more possibilities to position us in the market.
Now, bus riders have said that riding P2P buses is more comfortable compared to other modes of transport. How have your services evolved throughout the year?
Our services evolved from a basic standard bus service what we operated in the early days, which was an interim service, to the buses which we are operating today with in-seat TV, leather seats, more comfortable, more spacious, more legroom, CRs on board. So it was a steady development from a humble beginning with 8-9 units on an interim service. These units came basically from the tourist charter operation at this time and was used for 3, 4, 5, 6 months until the delivery of the new buses came in.
In terms of number, how many people are you servicing on a daily basis? And how do you ensure the best service to your passengers?
We are serving around about 6,000 to 7,000 passengers on a standard day. If we talk about an MRT breakdown or some special events, we have up to 10,000 passengers who are using our services between Glorieta 5, Trinorma, or SM North and SM Mega Mall. For the quality insurance, we steady develop or try to develop our quality control system in where we make sure that the drivers would be on time, that the buses would be deployed as per the schedule, coordinators would be available, buses need to get clean overnight, air conditions need to get checked, standard repairs need to be conducted, preventive maintenance services need to be applied. So we have a chain of processes which are right now fully automated and get controlled by our management staff from our office.
Now, having previously consulted many P2P commuters, we gather that they have two common concerns, namely availability of P2P buses during rush hours, and second, the lack of dependability on their schedules. What can you say about these issues, especially the departure schedules?
In the end of the day, these two problems are carried over since the beginning of the P2P project. We are still talking about that we are applying ETSA every day, and ETSA is unfortunately one of the most unpredictable highways in the world. On a good day, you can make it in maybe 30 to 45 minutes. On a bad timing, on a bad time of a day, it can also take you 3 to 4 hours to run the ETSA at up and down. So it's completely unpredictable. There only need to be an accident, there need to be a fire on the way, there need to be any certain event, and the buses get delayed easily by 1 to 2 hours. So the main problem, the dependability of the buses, the intervals and availability of the buses on time for the passengers still depends on the traffic on the ETSA.
Tell us, what are the present problems that affect the viability of the P2P bus service?
The main problem is still the traffic on ETSA, who, as I said, make it unpredictable for the timing from time to time. Another problem what you face permanently in the country is the availability of professional drivers. It's very hard to find educated drivers who have the background, who have the knowledge and the skills to drive these type of buses on a bumper-to-bumper traffic scenario 8 to 10 hours a day.
Are you getting any help from the government? And do you wish to have more from them that will support this industry?
The industry definitely need to go hand in hand with the government. We already have a good support from DOTR, from LTFRB, LTO and MMDA. LTFRB recently established their own academy to train more qualified drivers for the operators, to make sure that the drivers we are putting on the road have a higher level, have higher standards. So I think it's a process of time. We cannot expect everything would be done in a day, in a week, in a month or in a year. This development process in other countries took over 5 to 10 years to establish professional driver services, professional driver trainings, academies, professional routing. So it simply takes time.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Bauer. Before we end, do you have any message to our viewers, most especially those who patronize the P2P bus service?
Definitely, we would like to thank all our patrons, all the riders who use the P2P bus service every day, despite the fact that our rates are higher than a standard bus along the ETSA. And it's in the end of the day the riders, the people who make the success of the P2P project.
Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, Butch, and to everybody, happy motoring.
That was Mr. Chris Bauer, CEO of Frolic Tours, one of the country's P2P operators. Our guest this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
See the horizon as a starting point. use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Welcome back to Motoring Today, and here are this week's valuable motoring tips, starting with road safety from Toyota Motor Philippines.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts Club. This is brought to you through the courtesy of Toyota Motor Philippines and the Toyota Foundation. My name is Susie of Magic 89.9, muling nagbibigay sa inyo ng simpleng tips on how to use our roads properly and safely. Double white line means bawal ang mag-overtake sa kahit anong oras. Katulad ng nasa animation, you should stay on your lane all the time. Sa ganitong paraan ay maiiwasan ang aksidente. Until next time, here on Motoring Today's Young Street Smarts portion, where you can learn how to be safe while on the road as a pedestrian, commuter, biker, or driver. This is Susie of Magic 89.9 reminding you to always be a safe and responsible road user.
From road safety tips, let's get into driver's proper demeanor from Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Payong tsuper lang, kaibigan. Ako po si Jake, isang kapwa nyo tsuper. Loading and unloading ng mga pasahero sa tamang lugar lamang gawin.
May tamang lugar para magbaba at magsakay ng pasahero. Kaya doon ihinto ang iyong sasakyan. Iwasan makaabala sa ibang motorista, kaya itabi mo ang sasakyan mo. Huwag sa gitna ng daan pumarada. Huwag ka nang dumagdag sa problema natin sa kalsada. Matuto kang sumunod sa batas trapiko.
Kung ayaw mong maabala, huwag ka ring mangabala. Makisama ka, kaya't huwag basta humarang sa kalsada. Ito po si Jake Gonzales, payong tsuper lang, kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo tsuper.
We move on now from road safety to proper vehicle care, courtesy of Isuzu Philippines Corporation. Every part of a vehicle has its own purpose and should be paid attention to, no matter how small or simple. In today's Auto Care Clinic, we will talk about two of the simplest parts of a car and how to maintain them: the windshield washer and wiper.
Naranasan nyo na ba ang magmaneho na madumi ang salamin? Bukod sa nakakainis ito na problema, safety hazard din ito kung ikay nagmamaneho sa gabi. Kapag madilim, kailangan ay malinaw ang inyong nakikita upang makaiwas sa ibang sasakyan, sa mga pedestrian at mismong pagsunod sa daan. Bawat linggo, kasabay ng pag-inspect ninyo ng coolant, checkin nyo na rin na may tubig ang reservoir ng windshield washer. Kadalasan ay napapabayaan nito at kapag kailangan ng linisin ang salamin ay walang tubig ang lumalabas. Ang tubig na dapat gamitin ay distilled. Bakit hindi tap o kaya mineral water? Dahil ang mga ito ay mayroong mga sediment at habang tumatagal ay naiiwan ang mga ito sa loob ng hose at washer nozzle. Yan po ang dahilan kung bakit parado ang mga washer nozzle ng ibang sasakyan. Kung ayaw niyong masira ang inyong washer, gumamit na ng distilled water. Sa wiper blades naman, kailangan punasan ang mga ito sa bawat pagpupunas ng sasakyan. Ang gilid kasi ng mga blade ay naiipunan ng dumi. Kapag hindi ito napupunasan ay hindi ganoon kaganda ang kanilang pag-wipe ng iyong salamin. Kapag nagiiwan na ng mga linya o streak ang mga wiper blades, kailangan na itong palitan. Kung gusto nyo mapatagal ang buhay ng iyong mga blade, itago ang mga lumang wiper. Kapag mainit na ang panahon gaya ng summer, ipagpalit ang bagong blade para sa luma. Ang init ng araw ay nagpapabilis ng pagkunat ng wiper blade. Kaya sayang lang ang inyong mga bagong wiper blade kung mabababad lang sa araw.
Remember, a clearer view makes for a better journey.
The power of Strada. It's your sport truck. See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Continuing with this edition of Motoring Today, we now move on into the world of motorsports.
In motorsports news, the weekend of April 7 and 8 will be a busy one for motorsports aficionados. April 7 will see participants and followers of the Flat Out Race Series heading to the Clark International Speedway for the second round of the 2018 Forest Championship. The action in both the time attack and the grid races is expected again to be fierce from the fastest to the slowest brackets and combined grids. One point of interest is on whether Rafael Lau can again top both Bracket A in the time attack and Grid A over last year's champion Eduardo Suiza and Gabi Sohu. The tussle in the Bracket B is as intriguing. Will Andres de Asis be back to defend his win in the second fastest time bracket, or will Paulo Santos finally score a double, this time topping the Grid B race like he did in the first round despite just finishing third in the time attack behind Rafi Sohu in second and Andrew de Asis in first? Will the first round first-time winners and podium finishers in various brackets, including Gilbert Orpilla, Alexis Canlavapi, and Lionel Rivera, first, second, and third respectively, be back again to show their strong performance was no fluke, or will there be movement upwards towards faster time brackets and grids for the more experienced drivers competing in the Grassroots Circuit Racing Series? Sunday, April 8 will see the second round of the 2018 Philippine Autocross Series Championship finally being held on the challenging course laid out on the wide streets of the May Kawayan Commercial Complex in Bulacan. The first round of this year's Autocross Championship, founded and organized by local slalom and autocross legend Danny Santiago, saw Milo Rivera setting the best time of the day. Autocross aficionados are eager to see Rivera, the 2017 Slalom King, as well as Inigo Anton of Team Yokohama Castro, the 2017 Novice Slalom Overall Champion, compete full-time in autocross this season. Rivera and Anton are expected to give autocross veterans, including 2017 Open Class champion Jeff Borja, stiff competition this year, making the 2018 PAX all the more exciting.
Moving on now, we have Race Weekend, brought to you by Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology. Race Weekend is brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse Technology.
The 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series got off to a rousing start with a record number of drivers and teams and spectators showing up at the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga for the start of this year's Rallycross season. Up next, highlights of the first round of what organizers expect will be a banner year for Rallycross.
Good day, racing fans! We are here at the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga to witness the flag-off of the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series as cars are lining up and excited and are eager for the start of the race. The eagerness may be attributed to the excitement of trying out the long twin 3.8-kilometer course laid out on the gravel fields of the sprawling Pradera Verde complex in Lubao, Pampanga. One can feel the excitement and tension as drivers and teams prepare and tweak their rally cars for a day of competition, driving on the gravely and dusty course under a hot Pampanga sun. Many veteran rally drivers and newbies to rallies and rally sports showed up for the start of the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series. Certainly the largest turnout for Rallycross in years, something that the organizers believe may be attributed to how the series caters to motorsports and rally enthusiasts on a budget, seeking the thrill of driving on a dirt course. I'm here with one of the directors of the Philippine Rallycross Series, Ronnie Trinidad, to tell us more about its brief history. Hi, Ronnie.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for joining us. Well, we started back in 2014, no? Now we're in 2018, and we're really growing fast. And basically, we're probably the most budgeted motorsports in the Philippines that you will find.
What exactly does one racer need other than having a race car to join this particular event?
They need a car, basically. It doesn't really have to be expensive. Most of the guys here who are budget racing, you'll see a small body Corolla, big body Corolla. You'll even see a Galant GTI. And basically, these are like 30-year-old car already when you look at it. They're really cheap. You can basically a basic stock engine and just change the seats, make sure the brakes work, it runs well. Add on the roll cage later on, then you can enjoy rallycross driving here in the Philippines.
Okay, this is a pretty big course that you have prepared for the racers here today. Can you give us an idea how you went through with this course that you have prepared?
Basically, we had our event here last year as a Christmas thing that we give. It was a free trial for everyone, and we got newcomers. And basically, Pradera Verde really liked what we did, so they asked us to do an event together with their hot air balloon. And all this track is laid out with the idea of one of the directors, also in Camacho, having a ramp and tunnel crossover and all. Something new that you don't really see in other Philippine motorsports.
Another of the Philippine Rallycross Series directors, Olson Camacho, presided over the drivers' briefing, clarifying the series' technical and competition regulations. And after the prayer for the success of the competition and safety of the participants and spectators, drivers in their rally cars are given a run-through of the course, a chance to get familiarize themselves with the twists and turns and perhaps to prepare or tweak pace notes. Then it was time for the ceremonial flag-off, with the Automobile Association of the Philippines Motorsports Director Mandy Atuque and Liza Pineda of Pradera Verde doing the honors. And then the fun begins. 2 cars are flagged off at the same time to run a virtually identical course. Although flagged off head-to-head, what counts is the time each takes to complete the course. Each driver is given 3 times to complete a run, and the 2 best times are combined to get each results of the round. Competitors are divided into groups depending on engine capacity from 1,300cc and below for Group 1 up to 1,901cc and above for Group 4. There are also special categories for 4-wheel drive vehicles, the open category and the UV class. The series has drawn many rally and motorsports veterans, some of whom had introduced their children to the motorsport discipline, like Fred Garcia with son Aldridge, who are eager to start competing in motorsports again.
Oo, medyo. Pero ngayon lang bumalik ulit. Itong anak ko, siguro mga 10 years ago. Kami mga damatans na kami mga 20 years ago. Ngayon lang kami bumalik ulit. Bubuin ko to. Wala, enjoy eh. Iba yung nabalik yung rally sa Pilipinas. So talagang bubuin ko to ha.
Then there's John Dublada, who wants a safer and more friendly motorsport discipline for racer wannabes.
Yun ang nagustuhan niya. Sabi ko, if ever mag-circuit ka, pwede rin. Pero mas gusto niya yung challenge talaga eh. Hindi, adventurous siya eh. Kaya sabi ko, yun, nahilig siya sa bike, nahilig siya sa motor, pero ayaw din namin din magpagmotorin. Kaya sabi namin, sige, dito ka na lang.
Maybe the economy has been good to rally veterans and now they can afford to scratch that itch for speed safely in enclosed courses and AAP-approved events. Or perhaps the good economy allows sponsors to support a number of drivers and teams in motorsports events like this. Whatever the reason, rally or even circuit race veterans have shown up for the start of the Rallycross season. I'm here with one of the participants here at the Philippine Rallycross Series, Mr. Charlie Cruz. Hi Charlie.
Hi, good afternoon.
Can you tell us what it's like to join this particular event?
Okay, this is actually my first time in maybe 10 or 12 years of competing again. And well, this is my first competition where I built a car for this. And coming in, it was really, I was really apprehensive because my background's on tarmac circuit racing. So there's a lot of differences, so it gets you more excited. And when you're out there on track, it's loose surfaces. So it's really fun to control. At the same time, the danger probably increases by 3 or 4-fold. It's lesser speeds than what we're used to on track, but because of the gravel, and it just makes it more interesting and it just makes it more fun.
Okay. You've mentioned that you're used to tarmac racing. Can you give the viewers an idea of those differences? What exactly are those?
Wait, normally if this track was laid out in asphalt or concrete, you'd have higher speeds, you'd be braking later, a lot later, and you can be precise with the lines. The challenge with dirt driving is that every run is different because the track slowly deteriorates because there's a lot of cars on track and eventually they dig holes or ruts on the road. So if your first or second runs, you might have a different line coming into your third run. So as the track deteriorates, you also have to adapt your driving.
Rallycross participants arrive with mostly old Corollas to run the course, but there are sprinkling of European cars in the mix, including the BMW driven by June Magno. Quite a sight was the Volkswagen Beetle brought to the Pampanga by the team of Carlos Francis Ocampo.
Ito po kasi yung binuo po naming sasakyan, tapos naisipan lang po namin gawin siyang off-road style, tapos ayun po, tinry na po namin siyang isali po sa race.
Then there's the Suzuki Jimny of Osamu Yamada, a fixture in many 4x4 off-road adventures and competitions in the peripheries of Mount Pinatubo. Asked why the Jimny?
Japanese ka, Japanese man. Because I enjoy it. Very fun to drive and can scale up for driving.
The increase in the number of participants, including many veterans, has tightened competition. Not only because many are already skilled on dirt courses, but also because of the track design and surface conditions.
This track is new for us, no? So constantly nagbabago yung road condition. Maraming kasali ngayon, maraming competitors ngayon. Different fields, we have 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, may rear wheel. So unexpected yung nagiging road conditions, especially with this very, very hot weather. So yung surface natin keeps on changing and changing. You can never run 2 runs that is similar. Hindi mahirap, it's challenging. It's good for the motorsports community, and lalo na dito, rally is coming back. So etong track na to is medyo mabait compared to other venues. Today was a big field of rally circuit. Nandyan yung mga best drivers, sila Anton, and of course everyone who is into circuit and especially rallying.
The scorching heat did not stop the drivers from participating at this year's Philippine Rallycross Series, as every driver registered finished on time and on schedule. After all the entries have completed their runs, and after the slower times of DNFs were dropped, and the best times were combined, it was Mon Dimapilis who turned out to be the winningest driver, recording the best combined totals in Group 2, 3, and 4. In Group 1, John Carlo Pelayo had the best combined time. In the open category, which was participated in by a good number of veteran names in rally and circuit racing, it was Carlos Anton ending up with the best combined times, beating the likes of Ricky Diliaco and Mon Dimapilis. Among the 4-wheel drive warriors, Egay Ortiz Luis came out on top, over Keanu Dominador and Fred Garcia. In the UV class, it was off-road denizer from Japan, Osamu Yamada, who had the best combined times, beating Tito Arbatin and Mike Chico by the proverbial mile. And that concludes our coverage of the first leg of the 2018 Philippine Rallycross Series. Be sure to check us out every week as we continue to bring you highlights of Philippine motorsports here on Motoring Today's Race Weekend.
It looks like it's going to be a very busy summer. Make that a year ahead for Philippine motorsports, Rallycross, Autocross, the Vios Cup, the Flat Out Racing Series, the Slalom Championship, and we will make sure we will bring to you all the excitement and thrills of all motorsports events of consequence here on Race Weekend. This week's feature on Race Weekend has been brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
For those who command respect, for those unrivaled in their field, for those who see the world differently, for you. The bigger, better, faster, stronger, all-new Fortuner. Own your world.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes with the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. see the extraordinary.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
Your weekly window to the world of business and guide to the good life can now be watched online. Just click on businessandleisure.ph and watch this week's show and other past episodes of Business and Leisure at your most convenient time of the day. Business and Leisure is now on the web. Watch it anytime.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Isuzu Philippines Corporation officially held a groundbreaking ceremony for its newest dealer network in Taytay, Rizal.
We're now here in the city of Taytay, under the province of Rizal, where we are holding the groundbreaking ceremony for the opening of our latest Isuzu outlet, the Isuzu Taytay outlet. This is under the Isuzu Automotive Dealer Distribution Inc., IADI, under Ayala Group. This will be our 41st outlet in the Philippines, and this is part of Isuzu's market expansion to cover some of the fastest growing areas in the Philippines. And Taytay and the rest of the area is probably one of the fastest in terms of automotive growth. The opening of Isuzu Taytay will cover the towns of Binangonan, Angono, Pilila, Tanay, and Morong, as well as the lower portion of Antipolo and Cainta.
Isuzu announced that Isuzu Taytay has a lot size of 3,000 square meters and is expected to house a total of 6 showroom vehicle display units and can accommodate 10 light commercial vehicles in the Service Bay area.
This new dealership is a testimony of Isuzu dealership in terms of product and innovation. We are building and strengthening our dealer network to provide better quality and services to the growing demands of business.
The company added that the new dealership will also cater to the growing commercial vehicle segment.
We are focusing mainly on the heavy commercial vehicles, given the development here on the east side of Metro Manila. That being said, we are still going to be available for full service for our D-Max units, our light commercial vehicles, as well as our SUVs, the MU-X. That will come around the end of the third quarter, by which we will be inviting all our customers so that they can enjoy the vehicles that Isuzu Incorporated has available for the public.
Ford Philippines held a media roundtable meeting at their Ford Global showroom in Bonifacio Global City. The meeting highlighted Ford cost of ownership, which the company is aiming to improve. Ford Philippines announced that starting April 2018, the 5-year cost of ownership for Ranger, Everest, and EcoSport will improve by as much as 20%. Additionally, the new cost of ownership for scheduled service maintenance will be implemented across all Ford dealerships nationwide.
Please visit our dealership anytime you want in April or anytime you want now. You will be able to experience those new prices. And at the same time, after you visit your dealership or before, please come to visit our booths in the auto show in April. We have something quite interesting to show you, but we can't talk about it today. We'll keep it as a surprise. Thanks a lot.
Hyundai Asia Resources Incorporated, or HARI, President and CEO Maria Fe Perez Agudo graced the inauguration of the Ariel #Ahon Pinay Electrical and Installation Maintenance Training Room at the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or TESDA complex in Taguig City, as the guest of honor. During the same event, the first batch of TESDA students under the Ariel #Ahon Pinay program graduated. The Harry president and CEO congratulated the Procter & Gamble team behind the campaign and Tesla for championing gender inclusiveness in the workplace, echoing and supporting Tesla's vision to overcome gender role stereotyping and Ariel #AhonPinay's advocacy to eliminate gender boundaries and professional capabilities.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Even if regular Filipinos didn't exactly connect with its sporty heritage, Peugeot has been rolling out the memory of its legendary 205 GTI in marketing its hot hatch offering, the 208 GTI. Keen to trade on the appeal of its predecessor, the latest GTI keeps close to its namesake by offering a fun-to-drive experience without compromising the broad requirements of an everyday driver. Let's find out more about this special car in this week's Showcase. From a glance, the 208 GTI doesn't strike you immediately as a sporty machine. Aside from an arresting paint job, it looks like a three-door hatchback with larger rims. Dig deeper though and you'll appreciate the extended wheel arch, side skirts, prominent rear spoiler, the detailed front grille, and of course the raft of GTI badges. Once you get its attention, you'll immediately want to step inside. Settling in, you're held firmly in place by the red and black sport seats. They cosset and cradle superbly, an appetizer of things to come. The petite-sized leather steering wheel with a red center stripe creates a sense of danger while the right hand falls into place of that indented metallic shift knob. The all-black cabin also has the right amount of chrome to keep things interesting, along with high-gloss accents that change hue from black to red. Beneath the 208 GTI's hood lies the best secret of all, a turbocharged 1.6-liter engine with an even 200 horsepower and 275 Nm of torque. With a light curb weight, it rockets to 100 km per hour in just 6.8 seconds. The 6-speed manual does require some coaxing to make it work smoothly, but a slight adjustment in how you hold it removes most of the indifference. The 208 GTI may be down on outright power as some of its rivals, but there's enough grunt for repeated blitzing on long stretches of open road. And as great as it is on the straights, it's even better on twisty roads. The revamped steering, reinforced subframe, fatter struts, sportier springs, toter dampers, beefier roll bars, and bigger brakes all help you control the show. It effectively behaves like a go-kart. Priced at a little below $2 million, the Peugeot 208 GTI is up against some tight competition. However, none can be as addicting as this little French number. Subjectively, this Peugeot is pure, unadulterated love.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes with the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. see the extraordinary.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
When you sweat to be sweet and you clean car seat, it's love. When you try to look cool but you look like a fool, it's love. It's love. It's love.
Show your love with the new features of the all-new Innova. Love the journey.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
On the final stretch of motoring today, we have our public service segment, courtesy of Honda Cars Philippines.
In our public service segment this week, we will focus sa mga manhole na hindi konkretong natatakpan that will pose danger to motorists flying on the road. Here in front of Valle Verde Country Club in Pasig City, makikitang hindi safe sa mga motorista lalo na sa mga nakamotor dahil minsan umaangat ang takip kapag dinadaanan ng mga malalaking sasakyan. We will make sure to raise this problem to the Department of Public Works and Highways and see kung ano ang reaksyon nila ukol sa problemang ito.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 31st year of continuing service to the general motoring public. With a lifelong commitment to promote road safety, I'm Butch Gamboa. Happy motoring.